Today we have a 2022 Ford Mustang Mach-E Premium, thanks to Cavender's Audi here in Lubbock, Texas. This Mustang will go 0 to 60 4.8 seconds on 4 charge. It has 280 mile range and it's the equivalent to 480 horsepower. My God, I got that on the first try. Ford Mustang Mach-E. It is Ford's competitor with Tesla in a sense. I know Ford is coming after Tesla. They said that they named it the Mustang Mach-E because they didn't think anybody would buy this unless they put a Mustang badge on it. When you come to the front, it looks like a weird Mustang hatchback type thing, but it's kind of cool. And you see the Ford Mustang horse right there in front of it. The really cool thing about this Mustang on the front is when it's nighttime or you like unlock and lock the car, the outline of the Mustang will light up, which I think is a really, really cool aspect they added to this car. The headlights look, I guess, sporty, if you want to say that, but it's a pretty sweet car. This is actually the second one I've got my hands on. I had one about probably 2 months ago. There was a GT Premium. This is just I don't think this is a GT. This is just a Mustang Mach-E Premium. But yeah, no, I think all around, it's a really, really cool car. This Mach-E, you'll see that it's finished in grabber blue, which is a classic Ford color that pays tribute to the old 60s and 70s Mustangs and the bosses. It has the alloy with the black accent rims, which I think contrasts really good with the grabber blue. I love the grabber blue personally because it has like glitter in the paint. I think it looks so cool. Another really cool thing is that it contrasts pretty much, you could get this car in any of the generic Ford colors, and they always have this like black outlining on the bottom, and then the roof looks black even though it's completely glass, and then you got the mirrors that are black. That's how all of them come. When you look on this side, the side skirt kind of pops out a little bit, and they're trying to do that for aerodynamics, I would imagine. I don't really know, but I would imagine it's an aerodynamic thing. It looks pretty cool as well, but I think it's a super, super sporty car at the end of the day, and if you have the opportunity to drive one, I would highly recommend it. The back of the Mustang Mach-E, like I said in the driving footage, I don't know if you've seen that yet or not, depends how I edit this, but like I said in the driving footage, I like the taillights a lot because they're white Mustang looking taillights. And they remind me of the Bugatti Veyron on the aspect of when you have the normal Veyron, they have red taillights, but when you have the Super Sport, they're white taillights. And I think cars look really, really good with white taillights, but I can kind of see why they're impractical. But I think it looks really nice. The back end looks like your typical hatchback. You got a big window, you have a crap load of space in the trunk. You got that black theme going on with that back bumper. You got the Mustang Mach-E looking Mustang. I haven't seen this on any other Mustang. It's like this black, almost grill type feeling thing to it. So it's kind of cool. It's different. That one doesn't light up though. You got your rear view camera right here. You got your windshield wiper, and you can kind of see from the back end what I'm talking about, where the roof is completely glass. You got a full-on moon panoramic roof. There's no exhaust because this is fully electric. But if there was exhaust, I'd imagine it'd be right there and right there. And up, and there's the tail light, the reverse light. I didn't know that was back there. That's kind of cool too. I thought that was up here with these. But anyways, I'm rambling on. Great looking car all around. I think Ford did a great job with this. Check out the inside. So on the inside of the Ford Mach-E, this is the premium package. The other one was kind of a mesh feeling to me, but this is, you have leather seats with white stitching. You got the humongous screen like the Lightning had with, and this is my only complaint with Ford. I love Ford as a company. I work for them. Ford and Shelby has been one of my favorite companies since I was a kid. I hate these volume knobs. They feel like a cheap McDonald's toy from the 90s. It is ridiculous how bad those feel. And they try to do it for a futuristic aspect to say, oh, look at the volume knobs floating. Did not work out in their favor. On the top of this, you got this like weird little mesh feeling thing that almost looks like speakers from like the early 2000s. It's kind of weird, but that's how the whole top of the dash looks. You got this little carbon fiber look to these. The steering wheel is absolutely gorgeous though. I love it on the Mach-E. It looks like a executive Mustang steering wheel. That's the only way I could put it. You got really nice leather. You got tan stitching inside of it. You got that Mach-E Mustang logo like I was talking about. Black outlining everywhere. It just contrasts really well. Heads-up display, which is kind of weird. I haven't seen it in really many cars. Even the Hummer EV was different. But it's just this little square right here. And it only tells you what you need to know. You see your range, how fast you're going, and a little picture of your car and safety hazards around you. And that's absolutely it. And it's a push button start, much like my Civic Si. It has a pull up button for the emergency brake, not like an actual e-brake, which I'm not personally a fan of, but it is what it is. But altogether, I can't stress enough, I think Ford did a really good job with this car. I feel like when they made this, they had a lot of criticism and a lot of people gave them crap for it, but I think it was executed very well, and I think it paid off in their favor besides this freaking volume knob. In the back seat of the Mach-E, it's a very generic back seat. You got these kind of weird looking designs on the seats, which is pretty cool. You got armrest / cup holder that will hold 2 cups, plastic behind that, which is different. Usually you see that as like whatever the chair is. So that's kind of cool. You got black seat belts back here. You got the moonroof with views for set activities that you could do back here. And you got climate control, and that's about it. It's pretty cool. One thing I think is cool that you wouldn't think, but a lot of cars don't come with, is I like how they have compartments on both seats. Mine and my wife's car, I have a Civic, my wife has a RAV4, they're only on the passenger seat. So I think that's cool that you have 2 secret compartments, or whatever you want to call those, paper compartments right there. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool back seat altogether. Something that's really weird to the Mach-E that I haven't seen on any other car is the door handles and how you open up the doors. As you can see on this back passenger door, you don't have a handle you pull. So instead you push this little button, it pops up the door, you open it. Same thing when you close it is kind of weird. You got like a little lever thing inside here, which is different from where you normally have one right here. But kind of weird. Also, when you come to the front, you kind of have a finish handle, which is kind of weird, but it's the same thing. You press that button and you open it up. So it's kind of cool. Let's go for a drive. And let's hear how this American engine sounds. And by that I mean battery. You can't hear anything because it's electric. I thought it was making some fake noise, but it doesn't. But yeah, let's go for a drive. Perfect place.
Oh, hell yeah.
I wish they had a sport mode. That's what I complain about.
Did you?
No, they don't.
Yeah,
Where?
Hit. There. Hit. You're in sport mode.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, unbridled in sport mode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Time to do it.
Yeah, the electric cars are the only ones that don't have the, like, goat mode dials.
But so when I did the Lightning, man, we did the whole video, me and my old camera guy, Hayden. We did the entire video, took it back. Ashley's like, it's pretty sweet, right? I'm like, yeah, man. He goes, yeah. I mean, he gets inside the car. He goes, no, man. You have to go back out. He said, you had an eco mode. You got to do sport mode.
Yeah.
Completely different experience.
Oh, yeah. Whenever I took that Lightning out for the first time and put it in sport mode, that thing was insane. It was crazy. And especially for a stock car.
Oh, here we go. Ready? I like how quiet it is. Yeah. Like you feel the pressure, but it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
It's kind of trippy.
Like, they're nice. It's just like, for me, I'm an old school guy. Like, I want the sound.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, I get that.
I mean, I get that these are like really nice cars. They're great. Plus, they're fast as hell. But like, you can never go wrong with a good old V8.
See, this is my thing with them is, I lost my train of thought. Give me a second. What was I gonna say? Hold on. Oh, what I was gonna say was, in the Hummer EV, man, that was one of the first big cars I did. And so when it first came out, and what I loved about the Hummer EV was when you did WTF mode, Watch to Freedom, which is the launch, the truck goes in a cheetah stance.
Oh,
you can literally see your back end going up and your front end going forward.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
But when you launch it, dude, it sounds like you're going into warp speed in Star Wars. And it's not an artificial sound, it's the legit sound that the batteries are making to power it like that.
Yeah.
But
that's
dude,
cool.
the Hummer was crazy, and the crab walk, dude, was next level.
It crab
yeah,
walks?
that's what
Okay,
the
that's
whole
pretty
known
cool.
for thing. It feels like, the only way I can describe crab walking is it feels like you're hydroplaning, but you have complete control.
Yeah.
Because you're going forward, but you're going forward like this.
Yeah,
it feels like
I've
you're sliding.
seen cars do it in videos. I've never experienced it myself.
Oh, dude,
it
was
looks cool.
so trippy, man.
I was kind of skeptical whenever they brought back the Hummers, because I was like, okay, it's an EV, it's a new take, but I was like, the old Hummers were so bulky, and like they weren't that great.
Or see, the thing with the new Hummer that I don't like that they brought it in as a GMC. That sounds so weird to me, a GMC Hummer EV.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. It's a cool truck though. It really, really, really impressed me. And like when you floor it in that, dude, because the Hummer EV is like the equivalent, I think, of like 1,010 horsepower. When you floor it in that, you feel the blood going back in your face, dude. It is crazy.
Yeah. So one electric car that I've always been like interested about. Like, I don't really know much about it, but I've only seen it a couple times, and I really like how it looks. Is the BMW i8.
Yeah. Okay. So Mirrors had 2 of them. And when we went the first time, we were going to do it, but then they offered me an Aston Martin Vantage. I'm like, forget the i8.
Oh, I think we saw that because me and Caleb went to go test drive a Bronco, and they had one there.
Oh no, it's probably a different one. This one was lit like a year ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, and speaking of, whenever we went there too, we also saw a Ferrari as well.
Yeah, the black one.
Yeah, that black one.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
I was kind of upset how dirty they're gonna get, but I mean,
it's kind of hard to keep them clean in Lubbock, Texas, though. You know, especially a black car. I can say that.
That is fair.
It is. I would take my car to get washed, and by the time I come back, it's more dirty than most kids seeing cakes on a wet black car.
Yeah, like that's fair, and I took that into account. It's just the one thing that upset me a bit was like you could see like dirt or like group up on fingerprints.
Yeah.
Like you could see the fingerprints, and I was like, that's not right.
Do you hear that? It's artificial sounds.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No way, dude.
Whenever car companies started talking about like, oh, we're gonna put artificial sounds on these cars, I was like, I guess that's cool, but it's probably gonna sound like crap. And then I got into this one, and then I heard it, and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool.
That is the most placebo effect thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, oh, I can hear it, so I got a hot rod.
Yeah.
And it's good for the environment.
Yeah, because whenever I first started to do that, I was thinking like, oh, they're gonna make it sound like a V6 or a V8 or whatnot. But no, like they made it sound like an actual like electric motor, but it makes it sound like it's got a lot of horsepower.
I mean, that's true. The one thing I love about these cars, there's 2 things that I'm crazy about on these. And the first one is I love how the front emblem lights up.
See, I didn't know that.
It's always lit up.
Huh.
It's the coolest thing. And it's not like it's a whole big white thing, it's the outline of the Mustang that's lit up.
Kind of like the Lincolns.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. The second thing I love about these is the white tail lights. They look like Mustang lights, but they're white. And it looks really cool, and it contrasts amazingly with this car. It kind of makes me think like the Bugatti Veyron. You got the Veyron that has the red tail lights, but when you get the Super Sport, the white tail lights.
Oh.
And it kind of makes me think of that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I don't know really anything about Bugattis, because I was like, whenever I was a kid, I was like, oh, cool, it's Bugatti, and then I grew up and was like, oh, it's a Bugatti.
Oh boy.
Like I'm never gonna be able to like afford that, so I'm just not gonna worry about it.
So the cool thing about Bugattis, I know a few facts, not crazy amount. Okay, so the first one is to get an oil change is $25,000. It's like a 4-day job.
Like,
okay,
it's like insanely expensive.
When you're at top speed, you can visually see your like gas go down. You can watch the thing like a clock, and it'll be completely empty within like 5 minutes.
Damn.
And then the other cool fact about Bugattis is when it's at top speed, the amount of air that hits that front grille every second is what a human breathes in 4 days.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Right?
Now one supercar I've always been like really cool about is McLaren's for the longest time. But then the one I saw it a few years ago, the one that really caught my eye was, I'm honestly not sure the name, but it's the old '98 Mercedes AMG like CLKs or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Like those, like they were really like thin. They kind of looked like F1 cars, but they were really sleek. They were so cool.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
Like I don't even want to like drive one. I just want to like see one in person. That would be enough for me for one of those cars.
See, that's the whole reason I started this YouTube. Is I've been doing car photography forever, and I've seen every car I've ever wanted. I've been inside all of them, but I want to start driving them. Yeah. And that's the whole reason and the whole idea behind this YouTube is to let me drive these cars that I like so much. But now it's kind of turned into where I just pretty much drive any nice car. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow us here on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and the YouTube. Special thanks to Cavender Audi right here on Lubbock, right off the loop on the north side of town for basically letting me do this on the spot. I had something fall through about 3 o'clock today, and it's now 6 o'clock. We're filming this. The manager was really nice. He was very open to the idea of me filming. I really appreciate them. If you're in the market for Audi or I guess any car, because they have a bunch of used ones, go see Cavender. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Have a great week.